Tuesday before Thanksgiving.
All because of you.
Actually, there's only 2 Keller Williams offices in the whole city that are having a team meeting today. So
Which ones are they?
I'm impressed. Well, we're one of them. I think Cherokee. So, hey, I'm in business today. You know, I mean, come on. So I'm impressed you've shown up today. So last week we went around the room, said what your favorite thing to eat for Thanksgiving. Let's go around. Say your name and what your favorite thing to do during these next 4 days: Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We'll start with you, Bill, and this is a wild card. I'm a grimace, but what's yours?
I like to be outside on Thanksgiving, especially when it's nice. Maybe we have a fireplace outside, have a fire out there, and then segue. And I always like watching that Lions Bears game on football.
Yeah, noon game.
Bears. Yeah.
There you go. Katie?
Well, after Thanksgiving, I like decorating for Christmas, right after dinner, and lots of wine.
So you start. Well, at least you said it. I think most people won't, but that is a good part. So you start decorating right after.
I've started already, but yeah, normally
It's a short window.
There you go.
We have to give it
Yeah, you're right. It's late this year.
Enjoy it. My kids love it.
There we go. Pete?
We go out to a farm and ride motorcycles, ATVs, make a lot of noise.
Sounds good.
The fact that I do not have to cook.
You just revel in.
Yeah,
Yes.
I used to do that. I used to do breakfast for my family. I was like, no more.
Okay. Paige?
I just like spending time with family. We go on like a yearly hayride.
There you go.
I love to cook, love to eat, and then we end up around a fire pit. And this year we made a homemade libation to enjoy out there. So that will be our Thanksgiving capper. Yes.
Do you need it tested?
Martino Moonshine. Julius?
Hey, I like to decorate too. Right after dinner, we start decorating, and I go shopping. Valerie started that too, so new toys.
Okay. Yeah.
Just having dinner with friends,
It can be the whole weekend, not just Thursday.
staying away from the malls.
Woo! Ash?
I'm like Bill. I'd like to spend more time outside, hiking and kind of being with nature, and of course, dinners with family.
Good. Green Solutions?
Not running around chasing mold that particular day, but football and something other than turkey.
There you go. So why don't you go ahead and talk. So this is our new man with Green Solutions.
Okay. I know.
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for all the support we've been getting. So this is the time of Thanksgiving. So hear from you, great thank you.
And if you're newer in the business, you've got to have these guys in your contract file. Mold is always an issue. These guys do it as good. I mean, quick response. They understand there's rules of engagement in a bedside manner with our clients. They treat everyone right. They don't mess up other stuff when they're doing work. They're not out there to get a job and say there's mold when there's not. So I really trust you guys' opinion. They do a great
And mold
job.
inspections are free.
Yes, absolutely.
And they're quick to respond, so y'all are great. Actually, y'all are a regional vendor now. Scott?
I am brining a 20-pound turkey right now as we sit here waiting to throw that sucker in the smoker tomorrow. I'm going to smoke that sucker for 22 hours along with a big old giant brisket, and I'm going to sit there and drink bourbon all day while it's all good. Then I'm going to watch some football with some wrong team, by the way. It'd be the Cowboys and Bills this year, just for the record, at 4:30.
This guy's excited.
He has a plan.
You ought to say that and then go make your calls.
Right?
I'm telling you what.
Like the cowgirls.
I'm coming to your house. How about John?
He's saying that.
I'm going to my family's up in Buford, and I usually hang out with my mother on Thanksgiving morning. She loves to watch the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, so we'll have that on, and then the Lions game, then the Cowboys, and then see if the the Falcons can come through.
Which team shows up?
Yeah, see what team shows up, right.
There we go. How about up front here, Virginia?
Family.
Family.
Family, first time in 15 years, my son and all their family will be gathered at my house. So
Wow. Good
we're doing bonfires, zip lining, all sorts of things.
for you. Excellent. Larry.
Wow.
Well, after 35 years of being on the road for 45 weeks out of the year, I just enjoy hanging around the house and watching the Lions growing up since I grew up in Detroit.
Sleep for 4 days straight.
That's it.
There we go.
Jeannie Posner family, and I'm excited because my son's coming home from college.
Good.
Yeah. It's
Bonita.
Spending time with my family in Philly.
Good. Will you introduce your assistant here?
Oh yeah, my sister Zariah, my daughter.
Good luck traveling.
Alan.
Alan Smyrn here. On Thursday, my son and I will go out to the Silver Comet Trail. He'll knock out about 50 miles. It leads me in the dust. And then I'll do good to do 25.
Running
On a bike or
Right.
I could do that. I'm getting tired.
My younger days.
I've done 20.
Alan Sherman, the fittest man in the world.
On our road, I'm not that fit. On our road bikes. And then we'll go up to my brother-in-law's who lives up in Johns Creek and then pick on some more calories. And then I'll probably go hiking over the weekend with my son again to pay for our sins.
There you go. Nice. Dominique.
Sorry. Over the holidays, I just like to, spend time with friends and family and eat, of course.
There we go.
Of course.
Emily's just joined us. How about you, Emily?
Emily Taylor.
I go to my grandmother's in the morning and then go to my mother-in-law's in the afternoon. It's a very busy day. So, and then the rest of the weekend I do nothing.
There you go. That's a good weekend.
You recover from Thursday.
John Green Sr.
Family, football, and some alcohol.
No water? You're a great team here.
Plenty of water, but in between
It's a pretty good threesome. John.
For my wife's conscious.
But Eddie, you missed Eddie.
I'm saving him.
So being all my family's in California, we spend time with a lot of our friends around where we live, and we drink a lot of wine, and we watch a lot of football, and we just enjoy each other's company.
Excellent. Charles?
Being with family.
Excellent. Robert?
I've got a 10:37 flight out to California to meet up with John's family because he's not going to be there.
Nice of you to do that. California Thanksgiving. Paul?
Real excited this year. Love spending time with family this year. First first grandchild, Maddox. Also very excited. Ordered turkey that Gannett had the other day because that was the best turkey I ever had.
Yeah.
Wow.
Picking it up tomorrow morning at 8:30.
Very nice. How about you, Slick Mick?
So I've moved to Roswell since July, and I'm going back down south towards Noonan, Peachtree City, and Sonoy. And there's 3 different houses that I'll be bouncing to. So all family and friends.
There we go. I'm a little hesitant, but Matt?
2 different houses on Thanksgiving, alcohol, football, family, and then while all the women go shop Friday morning for Black Friday, the men go play golf.
That's a good plan. Ed?
Well, we will watch football, but my girls and I have a tradition of doing the midnight on Thursday night. They love to go out and shop, so I spend time with the 3 of us, and then we usually hit Waffle House or a donut shop about 4 or 5 in the morning. So they drag me shopping, the 3 of us.
What a good daddy.
Wow.
Take a flask.
And I'm in the Morchower mode. I don't know. There's a growing just genre of men that just love sitting around a smoker for a day. So my son wants to. We're grilling 2 butts and a bunch of ribs.
There you go.
On Friday, actually. So that'll be pretty good. All right, let's talk market. What are you feeling out there?
It's busy.
Yes? Everyone feels busy?
Yes.
No.
No.
2 no's. Who's busy? All right, so it's kind of, yeah, I think we're always going to have that. I think it feels pretty good, especially this time of year. Here's an article from yesterday. Home sales bounce back in the South. Not that I really thought they were down. Maybe they're talking about number of sales. Existing homes were on somewhat of a rebound in October in the South and Midwest regions, showing growth from the previous month, while the Northeast and West experienced continued declines. So again, that's why we always say, be careful if you're looking at national news, your clients are looking at national news, or even Southeast news, or even Atlanta news. Every property is its own analysis. But interesting to know that 2 big sections of the country have had declines for a while. Nationwide existing home sales were up 1.9% from last month, and overall sales were up 4.6% from the year prior. Existing home sales in the South jumped 4.4% over the month to an annual rate of $2.35 million, up 7.8% from the previous year. Median price in the region was $234,900, a 6% increase from this time of last year. So again, looking at recession, no recession, these are things that we have on the no recession. NAR chief economist Lawrence Yun said he expects continued growth. Historically, this is what we got up here: low interest rates, continuing job expansion, higher weekly earnings, and low mortgage rates are undoubtedly contributing to these high numbers. Yun said, we will likely continue to see sales climb as long as potential buyers are presented with an adequate supply of inventory.
He copied our list.
He did. The issuance of more housing permits is a very positive sign and a good step toward more inventory, Yun added, in order to better counter the even slow increase in housing prices. He also said that NAR added that 46% of homes sold in October were on the market less than a month.
Wow.
Brad, the good news continues on jobs. September number was just at 60,000, which is consistent with where we've been. No drop there.
I think easily the 3 biggest metrics are, what would you say?
Jobs.
Jobs, I think jobs are at the top. What else? Interest rates too, and
Inventory.
well, yeah, inventory. But I think again, stock market being high. Again, people have money and they're confident. I mean, all 3 are green light, you know. So we're very fortunate. I mean, here after 8 years of expansion, one of the longest in U.S. history, and price increase and escalation for, I mean, I don't know, most homes have probably doubled and tripled since then. We're still indicating up in price, right? And just business. So we're very fortunate, but we're keeping a close eye. Again, things could turn. Generally, downturns, would you agree, Charlie, start very quickly?
Yeah, and for commercial, we usually are after residential 9 to 12 months. So I listen for everything that's said in here to see if there are any yellow flags or even red flags, and so far I'm not hearing any that cause us any concern. I want to say though that interest rates do have a track on the 10-year treasuries, and our 10-year treasuries right now are very popular worldwide because of the, like you're saying, negative interest rates on, like in Germany, on bond market.
Right.
Money's coming here from outside the country, and that keeps our interest rates low. So that'll keep pumping the lower interest rates that Randy's selling.
Yeah, that's probably a big factor too, in that so many countries are in such an economic situation where, I mean, negative interest rates, which have never happened. You would think that they would find ways to get money to this country to invest.
Oh, yeah. And then on top of which, you know, because of that, a lot of international companies are moving to Georgia.
Correct.
Specifically to Georgia. So that creates more housing, and, you know, it also creates more jobs.
We're lucky we do what we do in this city.
Port of Savannah is also very strong right now. Every month is a new record year over year, and they're expanding to where they can take on 3 of those super size carriers of 14,000 container units and 4 of the smaller ones all at the same time now.
Yeah.
Getting new cranes in down there. They've got, both railroads have direct access right at the port. I mean, and that call, a lot of that funnels right through Atlanta.
So again, I think we have up there just our positioning of distribution here. I mean, not only our airport and our highways, but that port's helping too. Yeah, all good news. Pete, one last pre-Thanksgiving
Before
tip.
I die.
Don't do that.
All right, I got some things for you. A couple of things, actually. Let me. All right, a couple of things. I had talked at a previous meeting about when you go to create an opportunity, there are a couple little cards to fill out, and here's the benefit. If you fill out the cards correctly, then when your deal gets to Lynn LaCroix, it goes through faster, because if you don't fill it out correctly, I'm not going to say she puts it at the bottom of the list, but to look up all of the stuff to figure out the address and the buyer and the seller is a whole lot more difficult for her, so she does the easy stuff first. All right? So one of the things to look at, remember, if you don't know what all these icons mean, hit the little red square over here, come down to Opportunities. When you go to a particular opportunity, let's just go to one right here, and I click on the opportunity. I'm assuming you've already created an opportunity, all right? Click on the opportunity, and notice we have Details, Documents, and Offers. In the Details tab, if you notice right here, all of this is for one card. That's everything you ever wanted to know about this particular opportunity. There's another card right here called Property, and here's the information about the property. This is the important part, because if you put the property address in here, then our screen that we're looking at right here is what it looks like to us. Lynn's screen looks different. All right, so she has a line list of all the deals, and she's working with close to 500 agents. So all these agents are bringing deals in every single day. She, from a compliance perspective, is looking at them. And so the easy ones, she goes click, click, approve, and the ones that are hard, she's going, oh my God, I got to go look up who's buying, who's selling, who's the agent. If you fill out the property information right here, then it's going to make your job go to the top. Click on the little pencil right here and just start typing in the address, and most of them will simply pop up. So if I simply go and I start typing, I go, that's the address I was looking for right there. I click on it and I click Save, and now it put address, city, state, zip, and county, and that's the part that pops up for her. It makes it a whole lot easier for her to see this opportunity as opposed to having to go hunt for all of this information. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So if you'll go through and go back to the opportunities you have now and click on it, put the address in there. You may not be closing next week, but it may be 2 weeks from now, whenever, but this is in here now, and it makes it a whole lot easier for her. Any questions about that?
So what if it changes? You don't eliminate that, you just add another one.
Edit it. Just edit it. Yeah, that's what the little pencil does right up here. This little pencil, anytime you hit the pencil on anything in Command, it allows you to edit anything that there's a pencil in. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. All right, there's one other thing I want to show you. I'm assuming some of you have probably used .loop in the past. All right, since we're continuing to use .loop for the foreseeable future, one of the things that happens, as you've noticed in your opportunities, if I come back over here to Documents, you notice how if it's listed, if it's under contract, or if it's closed, we have these placeholders over here, and it's asking for a listing agreement, or it's asking for the affiliated marketing disclosure. Well, sometimes if you're on the buy side, another agent has
initiated all these documents, and they send you this one PDF document that's this big, right? And people go, wait a minute, how do I break it up? Is there a way to break it up? The answer is yeah, it's pretty simple. You come over here to .loop. I'm assuming everybody knows how to get into .loop. You go to the loop that you have, and let's say that this is the document right here that you have received. And that document is made up of lead-based paint, it's made up of temporary occupancy, it's made up of purchase and sale. This is one big, huge PDF, right? How do you break it up? Pretty simple. You come right up here where it says File, Split Document, right? And when I hit Split Document, notice it says 17 pages, and it says, you want to split it up into 2 documents, or how many documents you want to split it up to? Well, I already know, because we just looked at there's 3 different documents in here, right? So I simply say, split it into 3 documents, and the first document is going to be page, let's scroll back up to the top, it's going to be page 1, because here's number 1 out here, it's going to be page 1 through 1, right? So we're going to say 1 through 1, and that document is the lead-based paint. Okay. The next document is page 2 through 2. And it is temporary occupancy, right? And then the last is going to be page 3 through 17, and it's purchase and sale. All right, and when I hit split document, boom.
Magic happens.
Automagic. It just split that 157-page document into however many documents you wanted to split it out. Now, when I hit done and I come back, notice lead-based paint, temporary occupancy, purchase and sale. Question, John?
Where's the original?
Hang on 1 second.
So, this is with .loop, which is great. I use it all the time. But will DocuSign have the same?
Absolutely. DocuSign will do the same thing, and I'll do a tip on DocuSign when that day comes.
All right.
Yeah.
Where was the original? Didn't you start with an original document?
I did, but I just broke it up into 3 pieces.
Okay, so the original disappears and it breaks it.
That's correct. I mean, it's still the original, but it's just broken into 3 parts.
Exactly.
Right?
But if you wanted to go back and get that original out of the document,
It was
You'd
probably
have
in your
it-
email.
Bill, you'd have it in
It's on
PDF.
file to you.
Bill, you'd have it in a PDF.
Correct.
From an email.
Correct. Or make a copy of it,
Yeah.
Bill, before you split it.
Plus they're archived, you just go in and pull up the archive documents.
Ah, so it's automatically archived?
Yeah,
I'm gonna show archive.
When you split it, it's automatically archived.
Now we're,
Okay.
that's
Moving
enough.
on.
for that. That's
All right.
Okay.
Any questions, come see me.
Thank you, Pete.
Yes, sir.
All right. So, big time of year for touching. Holidays are a fantastic time. Stop it.
They're over here touching.
Gosh. So, a lot of parties, right? A lot of situations where you can talk to people. It's difficult. The older you get, you naturally go to a party, and the first people you go to and the only people you go to are everyone you know, right? It's kind of a skill to learn to go, I'm going to this party to actually meet people I don't know. I think a great game to play is I'm going to keep a little pad of paper in your back pocket and a pen, but I'm going to walk away with 5 names of people I don't know from a party. That's my purpose there. And it's not that hard. Just walk up and go, hey, I don't think I know you. I'm Brad Feynman. And just, it's not very hard. But this is a big time to do that. Big time for touches and pop buys. Kevin, you've been on the pop buy trail, haven't you?
I have.
Yesterday, today, right? What are you doing? What are you giving away?
Giving out, what you normally give out this time of year, pies.
From
what?
From where?
Costco.
And they're big pies, right?
Oh, they're like triple XL.
Right. Like the size of a basketball.
Like double D's.
There, yeah. All right, meeting's done.
I'm going
Y'all are
down
all
there.
He's talking about batteries.
There we go. Yeah. Okay, it's a double A, I think. How much are these pies? They're a great price.
Pumpkin's only $5.99.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I'm telling you, it's unbelievable how big they are.
Right. See, look what you've done. Take
It's
children out there. Look at y'all.
Apples $9.95. Pecans are a little bit more expensive. I believe they were $12.99.
So what's your game plan? You taking them to all 500 people in your database?
No.
Okay, what do you do?
I do a 2-year plan. Anyone who gave me a referral or a house I've sold over the last 2 years gets the opportunity to get a pie. And about 75% of the people take me up on that. Some people do the reverse pie pop buy where they come to you, but I do have a very wide
Geographic.
Yeah, geographic. So it's just easier for me to get in the car and go see these people.
Do you prefer they actually answer the door or not?
Well, yeah, you prefer it.
Yeah.
But I take a picture of it and let them know immediately. And like one guy goes, "Hey, I'm going to send the neighbor over and put it in the fridge for me." But other than the pumpkins, the apples and the pecan are fine being out.
Gotcha. Lot of response from not much money, right?
Well, yeah.
Yep.
Some money.
Yeah, but not much. What else? You doing text touch?
Yeah, I'll do that Wednesday and Thursday.
Okay. I think you're gonna get more for your money. Well, actually, it's free. Have y'all got text from me today?
Yes.
Okay. So there you go.
No.
I didn't get one.
I didn't.
I didn't.
I felt bad in the meeting when other people.
I did, Brad.
Well, you'll get one.
left out.
Well, no. Obviously, we're at the E's. We're not at the M's yet. So we're on the way. So again, first name, whoever you're sending it to. Try to do something more than just Happy Thanksgiving. Try to a little bit more energy, a little bit more effort. Put your full name at the end. You'll be shocked. I mean,
Brand uses emojis.
yeah, you can put emoji in there too. But if you will not look at keep it going the number. I mean, Kevin and I have had 200 people respond, right? Yep.
Not now, Brad.
Oh, over.
He's looking at
Over
the
200.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's looking for it.
Yeah.
I would
Almost.
say 3 out of every 4 people will respond to you.
Yeah, you're only a person fishing in this pond. No one else is going to send someone this. So it's amazing how many people respond with well wishes. So it's just, again, a great touch, great way to keep your name in front of people. So, again, you could start today. I don't think we're close enough now. You can do it watching movies at night, football. It's easy to do. So,
Nancy, are you going to be sending text types?
Yes, I am.
And how many are you think you're sending?
I don't know.
Hundreds.
take advantage. The price is good. It's free. Okay?
Which text, is there a text service that you use, or is there an app you use?
There are apps you can do that will put everyone by first name. I think that's the key.
Right. So which one? Is there
but some
one?
people, Kevin, you do it one at a time, or you?
Well, so what I'll do is I'll copy the text, but then I will put Chris, comma, then copy the text.
And then do the next one.
And then sometimes I'll add some, if it's somebody, I'll
You put something extremely personal.
I use Hit 'em Up.
Hit 'em up.
That's the name of the app.
Okay, and
So
you can
just
put
go
in
to
one
select,
text and it'll go to everybody.
Yeah, and you just pick the first name and you kind of, yeah.
Okay, you can do it both ways.
You have to pay for whatever you have to pay for. It's not that much.
Okay. Easy one, free. You can touch a lot of people, get a lot of response. Let's talk capacity. Just from my seat watching y'all, I think, well, I would say almost including myself, I would say over 100% of the planet operates under capacity, under your capacity. And I think you know that. I mean, probably the most obvious case of that is when you are going out of town. And you're amazed at how much you actually can get done in those 2 days before you leave town. So why don't we operate at that capacity? I don't know. We used to, a lot of people will say this, like you ever have people say, I'm giving 110% or 150%. Have you ever heard people say over 100?
Can't do that.
Like sports people say all the time, right? It's impossible, right? It's impossible. You can't give over 100%. So in their mind, they have lied to themselves in that I've been giving 100%, so to give more, I got to give 110%. When the truth is, dude, you're only giving 40%. Okay? So how do we, as far as our capacity in the day, I'm always amazed because I talk to a lot of people, and you'd be surprised, like if I'm trying to set an appointment and I'll call someone and go, what about tomorrow? And they go, I can't, I have a 10 o'clock doctor's appointment. And in their mind, their whole day is shot because of that. I think we need to get to where top realtors just get more stuff done than other people. They have more meetings, they touch and call more people, they get more tasks done during the day. So how do you do that? How do you up your capacity?
Get up earlier.
Well, that can work, but I'm saying even in the, obviously we can get up earlier or work later. That's not really what I'm trying to get at. Let's just say an 8 or 9 hour day, how do we get more stuff done than the guy sitting next to you?
Manage
The hours,
interruptions.
the hours that you work.
What's that?
The hours that you work.
Right.
Okay, you sprint. So if you sprint for 3 hours.
Right.
Okay, then you rest.
For how long?
You rest for a half hour.
Okay.
Then you sprint again.
Okay.
Okay, and then you rest.
Okay.
And you sprint again. So.
And you have a focused task during those 3 hours.
So world-class athletes, that's how they perform. They sprint.
Right.
Okay, and then they rest. You know, and that's a lot of corporations, that's how they're training their people, to be able to be more efficient. So the time you are working, you're fully engaged.
Okay. There.
I think what I find what works with me is I organize my week. You know, Sunday night, I've got Monday through Friday, or just on Sunday, organize all the things I do. Every morning, I've got my goals on my goal sheet for the week.
Okay.
And I color code them, what has to be done that day, and what's, when I get it done, if it's a red, yellow, and just organize yourself so you're never without something to do. I think what I find sitting in an office is, at times you can say, well, you have stuff to do, but you forget. You got so many things going in your head, you forget what you want to do. And this way, you always go back to say, okay, finish this task, what's my next important task? And you have it listed, you just accomplish so much more. What's important is when you get it done, you check it off in some way. Green, I use a green line through it. I've got an Excel spreadsheet, green line, so I can look and see I got all this stuff done today. And you feel like you've accomplished something. So that's what I do.
Good. I like that. And actually, one of the keys to this is how do you generally, when in your mind you're at capacity, whether other people looking you're not, but in your mind if you are, what usually gets dropped? First thing to get dropped. Lead gen gets dropped, right? So in our business, we could be actually pretty darn busy. Today, if we're showing 2 buyers, we have a listing appointment, and we got to go by, and we have an inspection. I mean, that's a crazy full day, right? And generally, what's going to fall out of that? Lead gen. It always happens. So the point of this is, how do we always get lead gen done, no matter how busy we get?
Has to be in your calendar.
Time blockers.
Block it.
Okay.
Yeah, getting really good at erasing and replacing.
Okay, but I have 2 buyers today and a listing appointment and inspection. I can't erase anything, so how am I going to get it done?
In the car.
The inspection.
In the car.
Okay, and I think that's a big piece. Now, granted, I haven't seen all of you drive. Some of you, that's probably not an option, okay? But most of us, if you have Bluetooth, it's very doable, right? And that should be a way, so I've drawn this for you before, okay? Let's just say this is 285 right out here in front, okay? And here is the bridge for Ashford Dunwoody. So you got this many lanes of cars, okay? At 2 in the morning, this is what it looks like, right? We have huge spaces between cars. There's not much traffic. So actually, we have wasted capacity. We have all this road that's not being used, okay? And the visual is this is your day. Okay, now imagine 5 o'clock, okay? Literally, right? Well, imagine that we could do this with your day, that there's just not wasted time. Or you become so big and so busy that your day is filling up. We need to find these little gaps, just how do we fill this gap? We're full with business activities. And I think that is the key. If you have Bluetooth, and the minute you get in the car, because that's wasted time. If we're driving to meet this buyer, we make 2 calls. We're driving over here to this listing, we make 2 calls. I don't think you'd ever miss your lead gen if that was your plan. And the key to that is you already have to have the names for your day sitting in the passenger seat or already loaded in your thing. Here's it's Kevin today, but this is his gig. So basically, if you will print out, so let's just say you have 500 people, you could have 25, 50 pages. This is his database, laminated. So it doesn't, most people, it's not laminated, ends up dog-eared and coffee on it. Keeps it crisp. We just have this right here in our passenger seat. Every time we have a free moment, we're making our calls. The key to not having your year look like this, so we lead gen, we got all these clients, we get them we start showing inspections, appraisals, we quit lead genning, and all of a sudden we're back to down here again. And then we lead gen. If we can find a way every day to get the lead gen in, no matter how busy you get, you'll find that that'll be your trajectory for the year. And you have more capacity now without expanding your day, right? I mean, we're hoping that we don't work 5 in the morning till 12 at night. I mean, at some point you'll die. You will. Yeah. So, try this. Just try it. Just have some names. In the minute, I mean, it's funny, I don't know why people always ask where you live and how long it takes you to work. Well, I live at West Paces 75. In the morning, I leave my house at 6:15. It takes me 9 minutes to get here. Going home, it takes 1 hour and 5 minutes. But it doesn't bother me. Because I don't even realize sometimes I'm driving, because that's all I do. It's just call people. Doesn't really matter to me. I'm still in business. In my mind, I'm still in business. Okay?
So a ease into that activity would be at least to take maximum 10 minutes in the evening and make a list of 10 names you're going to call the next day.
Well, if you have your database, you could basically...
I know, but until we get to that point,
that's right.
You could at least pick
walk
10.
out of your house with 10 names and numbers. There we go.
And that's 10 minutes.
End of the day before you go to bed, first thing you do when you get up.
We have a laminator if you want to laminate your database. I would be happy to do it for you.
We love to laminate for you.
And what about
We're a
this
laminating machine.
slow? If you're like apprehensive in getting started, you could do slide dial just as like the first week or two. You guys all know what slide dial is, right?
Yes. Goes right to voicemail.
It goes right to voicemail. It's better if you talk to somebody, but it's better if you call somebody than if you don't. So start off putting a couple slide dials in there. You enter the number in, it dials and it goes straight to their voicemail, and you leave them a message. You left in touch with them.
Well,
as a warm-up.
I appreciate what you're saying, but that's not I think the hope. The hope is that we do get a voice where we can start talking, and hopefully it leads to a meeting. That's what touches are good to stay in relation and top of mind, but it is important to actually speak to people. I do both. Matthew, Paul.
Why you call me every afternoon at 5 o'clock?
There we go.
He never calls me.
I do call you.
Phil, is this? Are you
That's
shaving?
over the bets.
Are you shaving on
No,
Sunday?
he's no shave. No shave. November.
Yeah, right.
And it looks good though. Done it nicely.
You called because you owe money over bets, right? No?
All right. Thanksgiving Thursday. So we just wanted to express a little bit of gratitude. We got this pretty cool email yesterday. There was a from corporate. Some interesting facts published from the John Templeton Foundation as part of their Expanding Gratitude project. So just the importance of gratitude and the effect that it can have on your life. So they studied 300 people, put them in 3 groups. The first one had to write letters of gratitude to different people each week. The second group was asked to journal their deepest thoughts about negative experiences, and the third group was not tasked with any writing activity. I'll save you all the boring mumbo jumbo stuff, but basically, gratitude unshackles us from toxic emotions. The gratitude letter writing produced better feelings of well-being by shifting one's attention away from toxic emotions such as resentment and envy. It helps gratitude helps even if you don't share it. So the people that were journaling still saw the benefits even if they didn't write these letters and send them off. They were just keeping it internal, but they were at least expressing it. Has lasting effects on the brain. So I guess at the end of this, they did an MRI on all these people and found that when thinking shifts from negative to positive, there is a surging of feel-good chemicals such as dopamine, serotonin, and oxytocin. These all contribute to feelings of closeness, connection, and happiness. Other benefits: decreased pain levels, better sleep, reduced stress, reduced anxiety, depression, acknowledge goodness in the world. So
what are you trying to say?
That we are
Be grateful.
be grateful. We are grateful to be a part of the family here. So just thank you so much, and I hope everybody has a fantastic Thanksgiving and spread some gratitude around.
There we go. We'll do it. We'll do it.
Rates are still low.
And we're grateful for that.
Yes. Our buyers are grateful.
There we go. So let's talk 6 ways to increase your business. Think of any?
Follow up. Be grateful.
More follow-up's good. Increase your capacity, probably. Obvious ones. Increase your price point. Right? Not easy to do. It's not easy to do. A lot of people come and say, I want to do higher price point. It just doesn't happen just like that. Right? Generally, to work a higher price point, you got to know what goes on in higher price points. Correct? So, if you're new in the business and you live in a $100,000 neighborhood and you come to me and say, I want to sell homes for over $1 million, it's not impossible, but what's usually going to happen? So you get a client, what are clients that, you got a buyer in from New York that wants to buy $1 million, they're going to be asking questions like, so what are the fees at these 4 country clubs, right? How much does steak at Bones? Well, that's not your life, right? So, again, you got to kind of morph into the activities in that price range. What else? Increase your business. Models, systems. I would say easily 80% of people are deficient in models and systems that cause big business. That you actually, what you promised your clients and the activities that are required when you have a listing or buyer. There's 200 duties a month you need to be doing as a realtor to deliver on the business and what you promised. You don't have systems to accommodate that. and it shows. Lead gen, obviously, lead gen at the top. Just your lead gen models are not big enough to be causing. So again, you're in the lead gen game. You're a student of lead gen until you are doing 36 to 48 deals a year. Plain and simple. If you're not, your lead gen is not at a high enough level. That's always number one. What else? Skills. Negotiation skills. Knowledge skills. Do you know everything about an appraisal? If you had an appraisal come in on with your buyer that's low, can you look at it and go, this is incorrect? Inspections. Do you know how a house is built? What's working, not working? When an inspector says something that he could actually be inaccurate. A lot of ways here to increase your business. Probably near the top is learning how to not be distracted. I think there's very few people that can straight line from January 1 to December 1st without being distracted. And I can see it. I can see it in your business. All of a sudden you've done 3 deals, 4 deals, 0, 0, 0, 0 in the summer. Either you met a girl or a guy, or you've been distracted, or you've been on vacation and gotten distracted. How do you keep this vision of what you set for your business goals in the next month? How do you keep that in front of you throughout the year? That's a huge one. I think if you can avoid distractions, if the goal you want is truly your goal, if there's a reason that Virginia needs to make $300,000, if there's a real reason behind it, and you do have a reason, right? You're ready to.
I've got some big plans I need money for, and I want to retire.
There you go. So, if that's a true goal, which it is, what could ever distract you to get away from that?
Nothing distracts me, because if I don't meet my goal for today, I'm setting myself up to not meet it for the month and for the year.
There you go. So, kind of 6 ideas of ways to up business. But I think at the top are lead gen models that are big enough to cause these numbers. Because if you're doing 36 to 48 deals a year, that's a pretty good life. Not even going above that. I'm not even talking about that. That's a pretty good life. So we have to have models that are causing that many leads that turn into that many closings. And then just distractions. If this is really what you want, I'm guessing, Katie, you got some pretty important numbers that I'm guessing you will not get distracted from.
Yeah.
Right?
Big goals for next year.
Right. And you have big whys, and there's probably 2 of them, right?
There are 2 of them.
Right, exactly. So how do we keep those in front of us? We'll be talking about this. We want to meet with everybody. We want a business plan. We want to talk through your goals for next year and why. What's the why behind them? If there's not a why, you're not gonna meet them. What's your lead gen plan? What's your business model plan? It's important. It's important to have all that in place before January 1 starts.
Brad, can we mention the classes that we have read that will lead into that?
I think so.
Alrighty then. So Brad did a lead gen class already in this month, and back by popular demand, he's going to do another lead gen class. And we're talking the week after Thanksgiving on Wednesday. Don't want to miss it. Thursday, Michael Culver, former inspector, will cover inspections and the amendment to address concern. I mean, who doesn't need help writing the ATAX, amendment to address concern? And then the following week, we're going to have a vision board workshop after sales meeting. And on Friday, Terry and I are going to talk about going ahead and planning your 36 touches for the whole year. Not doing them, obviously, but on paper having your plan for the whole year. So heavy focus on planning in December and avail yourselves of these opportunities.
Thank you, Stacy. Remember, I've said for about a month now, you have 3 jobs right now. You have to finish this year strong, can't forget about that. We need to already start next year. And as we talk right now, we have holidays, which are important for family, and we want to do those very well also. So I think if you can come to grips with that you do have 3 jobs, and it's okay, not that I'm surprised about that, but that I understand it. I'm going to be, there's a little bit more time in my day for the next month because of this. It'll all work out for you. Okay? Let's do the caravans. What do you got?
My listings are all sold, so.
Well, Jeannie's
But
doing great.
I do have a new listing coming up in Lawrenceville, probably in about 2 weeks. It's going to be a 3-bedroom. It's going to be totally renovated. It's probably going to be about $225 near old Schoolhouse Road, but it's still being worked on.
Okay. Okay.
I've got a listing coming up on Dunwoody Mill Court. It's technically Peachtree Corners, but it's right in that little pocket of Dunwoody Peachtree Corners. It's 5 bedrooms, full finished basement with bathroom, main level, guest suite. It's gonna be freshly painted. We're listing at $569.
Nice. Very nice. Who else? Yeah.
I have a need. I need a good gutter cleaner in the Dunwoody area. The guy I was using fell off the ladder. And I've had some clients that have been asking for it. So if you have somebody that's reliable, please text me or give me his name or her name or their name.
Okay. Who else? Okay.
I have one more tip. MJ Thomas brought this to my attention. If you have a listing and you want to put it in Bridge Interactive, guess what? They changed something. Used to be you just highlighted products and it was there. It ain't there anymore. All you do is put your cursor in the search box, left click it once. You get this drop down that didn't used to be there before, and go down to Bridge and click. Don't freak out. Just if you're looking for Bridge, put your cursor in the search. Okay? Is this news to most people?
Yes.
Okay. I thought so.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
for
you,
this.
MJ.
There we go. Anything else before Thanksgiving? Obviously tomorrow's another work day, but all right then. Enjoy the holiday, family time. We've all been through what we like to do. Do those things. This is a time where we work hard. We should also family time and play hard. It's important that this company believes in career worth having, business worth owning, but a life worth living. So for the most part, the 4 days coming up are part of that. Not to say that, who knows, you could be crazy busy showing property this weekend, but it is a family time. Let's do that very well. All right. Y'all have a good one. Oh, also, Felice, what's the date for the holiday party?
Well,
Thursday the 12th.
Thursday the 12th.
The G Hall.